Shall we start, sir?
As you wish.
Yes, okay. Good afternoon, everyone. One second. Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I heartily welcome all of you in the Langlitz online lecture series, day 5, in the second section. At the outset, we, the team of Langlit, need to thank all the participants who have joined with us by logging Zoom app regularly and those who are watching, enjoying, and learning with us uh, live on Facebook and YouTube channel, Langlitz Educators. We have been receiving overwhelming response from all over the globe. Nationally and internationally acclaimed academicians are going to deliver their talks on various aspects of language and literature. We, the team of Langlit, have received more than 120 registrations in the speakers category from all over the globe. I assure you, I will try my best to accommodate most of you during this lockdown period. In addition to that, it's not the end of the lecture series. It's just a beginning. We will arrange such lecture series every now and then. We are giving unique certificate to each and every participants by adding the entire speakers' photos on it. But participants need to send their Zoom participation screenshot or YouTube channel Langlitz Educators subscription screenshot where you have watched all the videos. You need to send all these screenshots to elanglit.motivators@gmail.com, or you can WhatsApp me as well. My mobile number is 09890290602. I will I will repeat it, 09890290602. Very soon you will receive the Google form link as well. Kindly keep in touch. Don't forget to subscribe the channel so that you will get further notification. So let's learn, unlearn, and relearn. Friends, we have with us a well-known ELT academician, Dr. Shravan Kumar. He is a facilitator in usage of ICT with the expertise of communication, ELT, and contemporary literary theories with 15 years of experience and currently working in I, AIESR, right, sir? Amity University,
Yes,
Noida,
yes, yes.
as an associate professor. He has actively participated and presented papers in more than 70 national and international seminars and conferences. There are 13 books in his credit. His 14 research papers are published in international journals and 8 research papers in national journals. He has also chaired many papers reading sessions and delivered more than 50 lectures as a plenary speaker or a resource person in national and international seminars and conferences. And he has also organized many national and international workshops and conferences. He is the chief editor and publisher of online quarterly journal, The ELT Practitioner. He is also carrying the responsibility of the well-known National Vice Presidentship of English Language Teachers Association of India, that is ILTAI, since 2018, and prior to that, he was National Joint Secretary of ILTAI since 2014. May I invite Dr. Shravan Kumar sir to deliver his talk on usage of Google Forms in assessment. Over to you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Prashant,
Yes.
for this wonderful webinar series which you have conducted, and you are continuously conducting. It's a really very good and very academic and very productive series.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so hats off to you.
Pleasure is all mine, sir. Thank you.
And I have seen more than many attendees have joined. So my heartiest welcome to all of them. Good afternoon, each and everyone. And I'm going to just begin. How can you use Google Forms? And I'm not going to use anything new. I'm not going to share anything new. Yes, you all know, if I'm not wrong, if you all know what is Google Form, how to create it, but there are few nitty-gritties in using Google Forms. So in today's session, the very first thing we are going to talk about what is assessment in Google Form, how to create Google Form, and quiz creation and usage of tool. The third point is very important. And the last is certificate generation for all the attendees in one go through Google Form. This you all can use for your students in the class just to motivate them, or as a
Your voice is not audible, sir. Kindly unmute your mic, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we are going to discuss these four things in today's session. So can any one of you, I think you all can write something in your chat box. So I would like to request any one of you just to let me share my PPT once again. I think there's some problem. So
yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, can any one of you please write for this particular image in terms of evaluation and assessment? Obviously, in terms of, as we all are facilitators, so what do you understand with this picture? Please write your answers in chat box, and then I'll describe further. I'm waiting for your answers, and make sure I'm not going to talk too much, and I'm going to keep engage you all for whole lecture. So make sure you all are be attentive. Those who have, obviously, if you have attended, so you are very attentive. So please, I want an answer. Any one of you? Has anyone written? Yes, just a minute. Big blooming plant, a plant which is growing, life, beginning of new life towards perfection. Okay. Flower pot, different types of land. Green is good. Okay. Okay. A fresh and green plant that symbolizes life, a growing plant. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. See, my only why I asked you this question to identify, because if you see, so it's as a kind of nourishment, it's flourishing. And as a teacher, what we need to do, we need to assess the growth of plant, and our students are plants, lives. So how to assess them, how to measure their growth, this is what we are going to learn today. So
our webinar room is full, sir.
Okay, so others can join through your YouTube channel. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now what is assessment? I'll quickly come to the Google Form creation. Assessment. What is an assessment? So it's a very systematic process in which we try to measure knowledge, skills, attitudes, and beliefs. That's why I said, like, we need to understand our students. We need to deal our students as plant, as life, not as blank slate, not at all. We should deal them with a perfect life through which we can learn so many things. And through assessment, we improve the path towards learning. While in evaluation, this focuses on 90%, 80%, 85%, and whatever the content has been delivered in the class, that is being evaluated in the evaluation process. And at the end, like final examinations and all, we use evaluation. So just a little introduction of assessment, what I'm going to talk today through Google Form. So we'll talk about assessment, not through evaluation. Because in evaluation, what have we learned, we check. But as student, like as we need to deal with our student as a facilitator, as a guide, as a co-traveler, as a catalyst. So like in that case, assessment is really very important thing. And this is a kind of a little differentiation between assessment and evaluation, which I'm not going to talk about today. I'll talk about how to create Google Form. The very first thing, what is Google Form? So Google Form, we create question and answers in our own way. We can conduct quizzes. It's a very common thing. Just for the background, I'm telling you all, nothing new in it. And generate certificates. I believe this is new for many people, those who are using Google Forms. Like, how can you generate your certificates in one go for all the attendees after your quizzes? And obviously, we can add images, YouTube videos for asking the questions. And many types of questions can be also asked through Google Forms, like multiple choice questions, drop-down questions, linear scale, and tick box and grid boxes. So many things are there which we can assess. So how to create? Those who know, they understand that they need to go to those your Google mail ID, or simply go to Google and you will find these 9 grid. Click there, then you will find more from Google. I'm just rushing for this because I need to come on particular special part, like more from Google, and then you find this kind of window where you need to click on forms. Once you click on form, now please be attentive and understand. Once we click on this, we find this kind of window where we need to click on go to Google Forms. Then we find this window in which we can choose a blank form, as well as we can also choose from template also. So like if we can choose from here, and once we choose from template gallery, we find 3 kinds of templates in which personal forms, work forms, and related to work, and forms for education. These 3 forms can be very well retrieved from Google Forms from here after clicking on this, after template gallery. So in personal, we can gather contact information, find a time, any meeting, any invite. Let's see, we are organizing an event in our institution, and we need to distribute the t-shirts. So the size of t-shirts, event registration. So all these things will come under personal form. In the work, we can find event feedback. I'm going to share a feedback form after the session, just to give the feedback. So that form is automated form, like I simply picked up from gallery, from the template. Then order form, job application, time of request. These are few templates which you can receive. Then education, exit ticket, assessment, worksheets, and course evaluation. So after this, I'll go to live session for creating the forms, which will help you to learn better. Like once you click on that blank form, then you find this kind of picture in which the first one represents, like you can add as many as questions. The second one, like if you have already created any quiz, if you have already created any question bank, so you can import questions from that Google Doc, Google Sheet, or any other form also. And then with the third image represents that we can add titles and descriptions, like just to describe more what I'm looking for, what I want. So in that, we use this third image. Then if we use to add an image, we click on this fourth image and we can insert an image. If we use to add an add an video, in that case, we need to click on this one. And then at the end, if I need to make, like, in the question paper, section A, section B, section C. So likewise, if we need to create sections, so we can go to the last one and we can add section in that particular Google form. Now, once you have opened your blank format, you can see this short answer and this kind of picture you receive, this kind of window you get. Then now I'll switch my PPT to the live session, by which you can easily understand what I'm looking for and what I want to make you understand. How can you use it in better terms, Google form. So the very first thing, I'll go to my drive. Can you all, Prashant, can you confirm? Can you see can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the very first thing, make sure you always create a folder for any new form by which you can receive the answers or all the related documents in the same folder, which will come automatically. So go to this page on Drive, right click, then you will find this option, click on new folder, and we can write anything, like we can write Google. We can write Google form it and its usage. So now you will see, I'll find a folder here. I'll click on this folder. Then again, I'll click right, click on my mouse, and I'll select Google Forms. Once I'm selecting Google Forms, so very soon we find a new window. It's getting up. Just a minute.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
But very soon, just a minute. Once again, let me.
Kindly share your slides, sir.
Yeah, just a minute. Let me just check once if it is not happening.
Okay.
Yes. Can you all see this screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once we have clicked on that blank or that plus sign, we find this kind of form. The very first and most important thing, please rename here. Like, so I'm going to write and whatever we are writing, we find automatically it comes here, Google Form. If we wish to change it, so please don't change now this particular topic, this particular title. If you wish to change something else, so you write here like, and so we can write here Google Form and its usage, and just see there is no change on the top. So now let's see if I'm going to ask one question. So I need to add one question. My question is, what is communication? So I can choose as many as options. The first thing, I can ask you to write short answers. I can ask you to write in paragraph. And I think you all know, I don't need to describe it. The most important thing which is required to be described is when I'm choosing short answer, in that case, we need to click here. And another important thing in this question, I'll come to this later on, like we need to change this required button like this. We need to say that this question is required. Then click on these three dots, click here, and we need to validate the response. This is important thing, response validation. And once you click on this, you will find number, greater than, and all. So let's see, I want text in this, because obviously what is communication? So you are going to write something, but I don't want any kind of URL to be used, any kind of email address to be used. So simply, I want text to be used. So now, how, like I've clicked here, contain text. Sorry, contain text. And now the students will be able to only write or type, because usually what happens once you copy and paste from Google, so there are various URLs which come automatically in that paste. So that will not come here and students won't be able to paste that. Although just to avoid this cheating process from other tabs, if we are using Chromebook, that is licensed version, in that case, we can lock the screen of the students when he or she gets the quiz. That is very, very wonderful device that we need to purchase, or an institution needs to purchase and distribute to as a license we give to other employees or other our academicians. In that case, simply they will do that like this. They will write an answer. And now I'm just clicking on another question. I want another question to be asked, like process of communication. In that case, I want again the short answer, but I'll make it required. Then I'll go to again response validation. I want that they should write maximum 25 words, maximum, that's it. So I'll click, once you click on this button, you will find greater than, and equal to, less than, many options. So whatever you wish to use in that question, just mention that. So I want they should write maximum, means equally, exactly 25 words. So equal to, and I'll write here 30 words. So now, once you are writing or typing, you can't write 29 words. You can't write 31 words. It will give an automated message to you. I'll show you how. Then another third question, like evaluate an image and discuss. So I'm going to here add an image in this question. So for this, I need to upload a picture. Like any picture I'll upload here. Let's say I've uploaded this one. This kind of thing we ask our students to describe in writing process. This device is very useful in writing. Now I'm done with this thing, this particular thing. Like they will need to write something here in this particular question. So now I want to send this particular quiz to my students. So how does it appear? Let me show you first. See, I believe you all know. And now I'm going to share this through my chat box to all of you, by which I can see once you are writing and typing whatever I've shared this thing, you will find the answers. And sorry, you will show that when you are typing anything, like as I've told you that you can't write 29 words, you can't type 30 words, 31 words. So that will be visible. I believe you all can do that. So I'm just sending the link to all of you immediately. And once I'm sending it, I'll see I've checked here, this box, collect email addresses. The person who is sending, I can get to know who has sent it. So with this email address, and then copy the A link. Then this link is very large. So I'll shorten this URL. Now I've shortened and then copying. I'm just sending through chat box this link, and I'm requesting to all of you to attempt this questionnaire. I believe you all have received the link which I sent. Please click. It will take hardly 2 to 3 minutes minimum. Please do that. Once you do that, I will find your answers here in responses category. So nobody has till now submitted even a single response. So just submit your response and then we'll find out. And then I'll let you know how to evaluate those things.
Sir, we can't click on the link. So kindly resend that link.
Okay. Here?
Not yet.
Then can you copy and paste, Prashant?
Where? Sir?
Copy and paste and then you send.
Okay.
Or all of you can simply copy and paste in your URL.
It's not working.
Okay, so we are not going to waste our time.
Yes.
So let me do it on my own. See, I'm going to I think you all can see my screen, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So my email address, then what is communication? Again, I'm simply copying the above line by which, see, this is required question. I left that. So I need to click here. I am just simply copying and pasting. See, I have not written 20 words. So it says must be number equal to 30. So I'm just going to leave that question because I just want to show that. And then what is it? I haven't given the options for this. So this is one of the forms which you can see. If I submit it, I'm just typing anything for the sake of. So this response will receive here, which I haven't submitted. So I believe this is the process which you all know. Simply accept, I think the response validation was not very much you all are very much acquainted with the response validation. Now I'm going to talk about few other things. Just another form I'm going to create. In which I'll generate. Before that, let me talk all the options which come here through my PPT. Then I'll come to generation of certificate part here. So we were talking about this, to make our questions required, that we all have done. Then how to use multiple choice questions, which portion we need to click, and how many options we receive, like how many types of questions can be asked in any Google form. So these are few questions which we can ask: short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes, and drop down, many types of questions. But the most important thing in today's world, like how to create the questions. There are two types of questions. I'm not going to discuss this in give. While in supply type, we give short answers, essay type questions which we give. But while giving multiple choice question, it's very, very important for all of us when we are giving any question. And the fourth one is all of above. So what is the appropriate answer? I believe the third one is the appropriate answer, where I've used the channel, proper channel. So we can use all these things through quizzes. So how you can use your quiz? Just let me share that once again, that particular thing, like how the form can be converted into quiz. So as I asked you, so you see, this is again a form, but I want to use this form as quiz. So I'll go to this setting button here. Then you find these three options: general, presentation, and quizzes. So I'll click on quizzes, and now I'll convert this form into make this a quiz. So once we click on make this a quiz, we find these kind of options. If I wish my student should get the answers immediately after submission, so we need to click here. Otherwise, you can click here. Like I think that let me first manually review the answers, then they should know the answer, so I can click here. But in today's world, I believe when we are assessing, then we should click on this immediately after each submission. They must understand what is the correct one and what is the wrong one. Then sometimes we have given 10 questions. Out of 10, we missed one question in hurry. So in that case, again, we need to check this box. Then correct answers also. I want that my student should know which answer is correct answer. So I'll click here. And then what is the point? Again, I want to point values like 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark. What are the marks we have received? So once we have clicked here, now I'll save it. Now it has converted into quiz. Just see, earlier this answer key was missing here. Fine. Now once we converted into quiz, we find this as an answer key. Now I need to click on the correct answer by which my student can get which is the correct answer. And if he has marked or clicked on another answer, so it will be automatically given 0. So answer key. Now I think the fourth answer is absolutely correct, and I want to give 1 mark. So I can give points here, and now add answer feedback also. If I need to elaborate it more, so I can add my answer feedback here also, but I don't want to do it right now. So I'll simply say done. Now I want to add, I want to add another question which is related to this, then I can copy it as it is, like see. So all the things are there itself, but I want to give very different question. So I'll go to add question, click here, like I can ask a very general question. Who is PM of India? This is my another question. So, but I want multiple choice questions. So I'll click here. Now, first option. See, there are some typo errors because I'm just doing in hurry. So please ignore that and excuse me for that. Then see, automatically we give answers also at the above. See, add all Imran Khan, Justin Trudeau, Scott Morrison. So you can add from there or you can add all in one go. Now, answer key. I'll again go here and click on this. And for this, I'll give 1 point. Then done. Now I want to show you what happens at the student's end. I'm creating only 2 questions here. So once a student receive the question, so again, he or she has to write the email ID because I have set that parameter. And then what is communication? I'm clicking here. And then who is PM of India? Knowingly, I'm clicking on this option. Once I'm submitting, so view score, that it is the part of student's end. View score. So see, he will see that he has got 1.1 mark here, but he will find that this answer is incorrect because Amit Shah is not PM of India. The correct answer is Narendra Modi. So immediately we are giving the right answers to make them learn. And when we are creating questions, see, making question is very, very critical job in today's world, because we can't give questions like this. These questions come under, if most of you know Bloom's taxonomy, in which it says memorization. These questions come under memorization part. In today's world where we are not sitting in front of our students, and the probable chances that they must be cheating from here and there, so what kind of questions we need to give? Like these kind of questions, like exchange of information, process of communication, and in which he or she needs to choose the most appropriate answer. Or you can give case studies also in terms of communication, in terms of English literature. Like if I want to give a question to any other student, so I'll give a case study in which he or she will try to identify what is the correct way or what is the correct answer. He or she will have to apply his mind or her mind. So applicability is most important thing. So this is another part of quiz which you can create and send to your student. Now, the third part and the last part of this Google form I'm going to share, which how you can generate certificates in one go to give all the attendees. So for that, again, I have to click a Google form. So let me close all the tabs and let me create another Google form by which I can show. So I'm just once again, and click on Google Forms. Now I want a certificate to be given to all of you. So the very first thing should be name. And then once we click on name, we need to write, we need to click on short answer. Then again, another question, designation. And the third thing is institution. These three things I have written here, and I need to give the name to this form. So that form will be certificate. Before that, in the background, we need to create a template of certificate. As I have already done, I'll show you. Simply, we need to go there, and I have created, and it's there. I'll just a minute. See, a certificate which I created here, a kind of template, fine, in which, as I told you that in the Google form, I want your name. So this technique is known as tags, like greater than, lesser than, symbols twice, like here. See? So 2 times, then name, whatever we wish to write here. These are the tags, name, comma, designation, has participated in webinar on Google Forms and is using this by Dr. Shravan Kumar, and signature. Like you can create a very wonderful template also, colorful template also, and that can be given to you at the end, which, so this is one of the templates which I have created for my Google form. Fine. Now, I have created this Google form here in which I ask these 3 questions. So once because earlier I sent a link, but others were not able to fill it. Let me send to one of the email IDs. Prashant, can you tell your email ID?
Okay, Dr. Prashant. Okay, Prashant Mothe 14.
Just a minute. PRASHANT. MOTHE 14 @gmail.com. So I'm just sending this form to you, okay. And please fill the reply. Have you received that form through your mail?
Wait, I will log in, sir.
Yeah, please. Or any person who is logged in, he or she can also give me the email ID immediately, by which we can generate the forms. I can send, he or she can write his or her email ID in the form. I have
received it.
Received? Just please fill it. Please fill it. Once you submit, please let me know.
Yes.
Meanwhile, let me tell all of you that.
Yes, done, sir.
Okay, done. So you will find the answers here in the responses part.
Yes.
Have you submitted?
Yes.
Okay. Meanwhile, let it come. I'll let you know one important thing. Like, you need to click on responses tab. You will find this kind of symbol. This is symbol of sheet. Fine. And this is the crux of generating certificate. So click on this particular symbol, then you will find this kind of a screen where create a new spreadsheet or select existing spreadsheet. So if we have already created an Excel sheet, so it's okay. Otherwise, I can use this particular certificate Excel sheet in this Go, and I'll write, I'm not going to click in this select existing. I'll select the new spreadsheet. Now I'll click on create box and see it has been created. Make sure you are not closing this tab here. Make sure 2 or 3 things are very important for this. See, Mr. Prashant, Dr. Mothe has filled the information, so I can see the information here. Fine. Now, uh, I want his name, designation, and institution in the certificate. So I'll click on add-ons. Once I'm clicking on add-ons, so again, an important point to all of you, that this autocrat, please write somewhere AUTOCRAT. It's an autocrat, it's an add-on which you need to add in your sheet. Go to your sheets, click on add-ons, see, get add-ons. You click here and then you can add this. So to generate the certificate, you need to click autocrat. Fine, this one. I have already installed, so it says installed. You need to install it, those who wish to use it. So the one important point for this, adds on, autocrat, then go to launch. Now I'm going to launch it. And meanwhile, again, let me tell you one important thing. Like I told you to create a folder. So everything which is being generated automatically will be stored in that particular folder, which will be helpful for me or others to access anytime. Fine. Now it's a new job. Done. I have clicked it. So job name. Job name is obviously certificate. Then I'll save it. Select a template. So I need to, as I've told you that Google Doc, I showed that this template. So I'm going to select this template from Drive because it is already in there in Drive. So from Drive, I'll select that template. It's getting open. See, this was the template which I have already created earlier. So I'll click on this and then I'll select. So it has been selected. Now it is selected. Fine. I'll go to save again. Now I need to set a file name, and that file name, again important thing, should similar to the name of your folder. Like my folder's name was certificate, and once we write this, what type of certificate I want to generate. So I don't want Google Doc, I want PDF. I'll click here, output mode, as many as. See, till now I have received only one certificate, one response of Dr. Mothe. So I will be able to generate only one certificate in one go. So I'll again click on save. It is being saved. And then I'll run the job certificate. So now one rows will be merged. See, it is being displayed automatically by Google. So that those rows which I have written in the tags, name, institution, and designation, will automatically fetched up from this particular sheet. Now I'll close it. So see, you can also see these kind of MERS doc ID certificate. Please don't do anything with all these things. Fine. Otherwise, you will lose the certificate in the Drive. Now I'll go to my Drive. And see, the certificate which I've created has come here, because as I've told you that you need to write the name similar to the name of your folder, which I didn't do. Our folder name was Google Form and Usage. That's why it didn't go there in that folder. It came to anywhere in the Drive, which come here. Just see. Sorry, just a minute. Just a minute. It's some other certificate. what is that? There is some error. Just a minute.
Yes.
See this one. This came. Certificate came here. See, can you see the certificate? I haven't done anything. Prashant Mothe, assistant professor, has participated in this webinar, Google form. So because I received only one response, so that generated only one certificate. And due to my intentional mistake, it came to the drive here, not in the folder. It must come to the folder. So if I need that all the certificates must come in the folder, so that should, the file name must be Google Form and uses. Clear? So this is one of the techniques to generate Google Forms in one go for all the, like, see, all the thing can be done here. So now I'm going to close it and I'm going to share my PPT again. And because most of the things I have shared today, and I believe how much time I have? I think only 5 minutes.
5 minutes, sir.
Okay, so I need to quickly, can you see my PPTs, Prashant?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll go to like numbers that we have already discussed, then multiple choice questions. So how you can do that. Then how do you feel about online classes? Like this is the check boxes. So the difference between check boxes, like sometimes we feel that our students should mark more than 3 answers. Like all the 3 answers are correct. So he should click on the all the check boxes. So in that case, see, you need to go to the response validation, click here, select at least, select at most, select exactly. So you need to click here, by which if you wish to have one option, so at least the appropriate answer, because you are going to write in the answer key also. So accordingly choose here, then drop down, as you all know, no need to describe. File upload. Yes, this is again one of the important things, file upload. So you can also use the button of file upload, then you will find this particular screen. And once you click on allow only specific file types, so you will find these kind of options like presentations, documents. Let's see, in my university, Amity, we ask our students to present their PPTs. And due to lockdown, we are not sitting in the classes. So they can send their presentations here itself, and during our MS Teams classes, they can present from here itself in one go. So I need to click on presentation, by which they can submit their presentations. Or if I want an image, so that image can be also uploaded there. Anything, whatever we wish, we can upload here. And then we need to click that blue button, and the size, 1 MB, 10 MB, 100 MB, 1 GB. So the ideal size of any file is 100 MB is more than enough. We can see whatever is written in the file. So don't worry for the files, like what kind of, don't click on 1 GB, otherwise your space, because most of us are using Gmails of free Gmails of 50 GB capacity. For more than that, we need to purchase the space. So means very soon we are going to exhaust our space. So please don't do that. But the important thing, you have uploaded your file, how to rename that file. Name of file, you set, because again, that file will come to your folder, and that folder will be known as the name of your title of your form. So if I'm saying name of subject, name of assignment, date and name, so that will come under one folder. And after the after the completion of this event or this session, I can see who has filled, because in that case, each and every file will come in the folder, that too alphabetical, and that will help us to identify, to find out any other file randomly. Now, linear scale, there are, again, I'll take, I think, 5 more minutes. Prashant, please bear with me, because
Okay,
so linear scale, how to rate people's presentation, people's anything, like how do you like the weather? So in that case, you can create a scale, but make sure the end scale should be of even number. This is important thing. You can't write 1 to 3. You need to give 1 to 4, 1 to 6, 1 to 8, 1 to 10. So in linear scale, as here, you can see once you are clicking on the questions. So in the linear scale, please give the last even number. And then multiple choice grid, again, both are same thing. You can limit people to choice one per column. And at the bottom right of the question, like once you click on it, you can see this kind of appearance, tick box grid. Like if I'm asking what are the post-COVID challenges, although I should do this live, but due to scarcity of time, I'm just simply showing my PPTs. So my question was, what are the post-COVID-19 challenges? So for high class, will not suffer. Middle class will suffer a lot. Poor, no impact. Likewise, I can generate many other columns as rows for better understanding of the question. So see, I have created those questions there. Now this will appear to the student. High class will not suffer, will suffer a lot, no impact. So you need to click on all the options. So that's why we use tick box grid for our Google Forms. Now quizzes we have already done, so no need to describe. And certificates, again, we have already done. I have already generated. Simply you need to go to forms, go to drive and auto create launch, and then you will find certificates. So that is all from my end as of now. If there is any question, you are most welcome to ask. Prashant, take any mode of yours for question answer. I'm open for chat box question answer session, or I'm open through you, like you can ask questions on behalf of others. So go ahead. I believe I could.
Only one good question to ask to you by Shampa
Pardon?
Chakravarti ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
How is this different from creating a quiz, uploading a book, file, link, or video using Moodle?
Say it again, sir. Say it again.
Uh, how this is different from creating a quiz, uploading a book, file, link, or video using Moodle? I think ma'am is confused with the Google Form with Moodle.
Yeah, Moodle is entirely different platform, madam. Moodle is entirely different platform. Google Form is entirely different platform. Google Forms generally we use for surveys, for conducting quizzes, or for generating certificates, or like for getting any information in one go immediately.
Okay. Anyway, sir, thank you. Thank you very much for your thought-provoking and informative, insightful, and in fact practical session.
Just a minute, Prashant.
Okay.
I think somebody has asked that, sir, if any correction in certificate, how can make it correct with the same certificate? So for that, I think Gopika has asked this question. In that case, I think there are many questions, Prashant. We need to give all the answers before we sign off. So for that, again, you need to go to your template of Google Doc, correct all the information there, and then the template will be corrected. Once you correct your template, you will find the correct certificate. Now you have said, how can we, I think Kriti has asked, how can we get our certificates? Please put on required scanned signatures also. Yes, you can get, like, as I've told you, that you need to create your template. Template should be created on Google Doc, and Google Doc is very much equal to Word file. And I believe you all know how to use images in the Word file. So you can use signatures there. And how can we use other applications to create certificates in Google Form? I think for generating certificates, there is only one add-on, that is AutoCrat, through which we can generate our certificates. I'm not, and Prem Prakash has asked a question, we can't create certificate in Moodle. So I'm not very much into Moodle's creation certificate. So I can't give answer of this question. I'm so sorry.
There are two more questions in Q&A.
Which one? I can't see the question. Can you please?
I think
read?
there is only one by Ashok Kadam, sir.
Can you read that question, please?
Can we generate 1,500 certificates in one go?
Yes, n number of certificates can be generated in one click.
Okay.
Simply, you need to create your Google Doc template, the certificate template. Then you need to generate that auto response responsive section, create that Excel sheet, and then let responses come and you can generate the certificates. Even that certificate can be immediately sent to all the participants. You don't need to send one by one. As Dr. Mothe told me that otherwise we planned, like I planned to give the certificates to all the participants in terms of as a rehearsal for the certification for all the participants could have received. But as you see that the link was not operating, so I could not send the link to all of you. So once you have filled the link, immediately you can get the certificate. That is again another option. Let's see, I need to figure out, let's see, there is a registered or paid session. In that case, I need to give the certificates to those who have paid only. So in that case, I will not give that option that automatically it will not generate the certificates. Then it will generate the certificates for my folder, and from my folder, I can select one by one and send one by one. In the same way, there are mail mergers also. I think you all know, like a simple mail with names. You must have seen Mr. So-and-so, name and same mail, the content mail of will be same, but with different names. Again, that is an application of mail merger.
Yes, sir.
So,
we are done.
Any other question?
Not in a Q&A anyway.
Okay. If there is any, I just send.
Yes.
Okay. Somebody has sent. Prashant, I have sent a link for feedback. Can you please share that feedback link to all of them? That link?
I can't copy the link, sir.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me share. Just a minute. Let me send that. I'm writing in the chat box. Just a minute. Let me tie. Where is the chat box option?
It is there, sir.
So I have shared one feedback form link also. Please click on that, and that if you are unable to click, so please select Control key and then your cursor. Just Prashant, can you do that? Can you check whether this link is working or not? The same problem. Okay. If it is unable to do that, so I'll request Prashant to send an email to all of you through this link, and you all can submit your feedback for the session.
Sure.
Fine. And
thank you very much, sir, for your thought-provoking, informative, and insightful and practical session. We thoroughly enjoyed your session. Thank you very much, one and all, for your active participation by logging Zoom and those who are watching us live on YouTube channel, and made this lecture series a grand success. Let's learn and relearn together. Stay at home, stay safe. Thank you very much for your
Thank you, Prashant, and thank you everyone for attending and asking so many questions.
Yes.
Stay home, stay safe. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.